You've probably been told over and over that you need magnesium supplements to stay strong, sleep better, and keep your heart calm. Every label, every YouTube ad seems to say the same thing. Take your magnesium. But if those pills really worked, why do so many older adults still struggle with weak legs, nighttime cramps, or restless sleep? The truth is, most magnesium supplements never reach your muscles. They pass right through your system, barely absorbed, leaving you tired, stiff, and wondering what's missing. And here's the part no one talks about. Magnesium was never meant to come from a pill. It's a living mineral, designed to work inside real food with protein, zinc, and healthy fats, not in isolation. When you get magnesium from natural foods, your body doesn't just absorb it better. It uses it better to rebuild muscle fibers, calm your nerves, and restore balance to your hormones. And one simple food does all that more effectively than most supplements ever could. Pumpkin seeds. In this video, you'll learn 3 common mistakes that make magnesium pills useless, and 3 simple habits using real food to rebuild muscle and energy naturally, even after 60. So stay until the end. Because, by the time we're done, you'll know exactly how to replace those pills with something tastier, safer, and far more powerful straight from your own kitchen. Before we begin, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a senior health tip. And in the comments, tell me where you're watching from and what time it is right now. I want to see how far this message has traveled. 1. Magnesium pills, the false fix. Let's start with one of the biggest misconceptions in senior health: the belief that magnesium supplements can replace real food. Everywhere you look, from TV commercials to doctors' offices, people are told, take your magnesium. But here's the truth. Most magnesium pills never reach your muscles. As we age, stomach acid decreases, digestion slows, and our intestines lose efficiency. That means your body absorbs only a small fraction of the magnesium from pills, especially forms like oxide or citrate. The rest simply passes through, leading to bloating, cramps, or diarrhea, which is your body's way of saying, I can't use this. A recent study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging compared supplement magnesium with food-based magnesium in older adults. The difference was striking. Participants who got their magnesium from food sources showed 60% better absorption and higher muscle function scores after 8 weeks. Meanwhile, the supplement group saw almost no improvement. The researchers concluded that real magnesium works best when it comes packaged with nature, surrounded by amino acids, enzymes, and plant compounds that help the body recognize and use it. Let me tell you about Helen, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Oregon. She'd been taking magnesium pills for years to ease her leg cramps and help her sleep, but nothing changed. She still woke up stiff, tired, and frustrated. When I asked her what her magnesium source was, she held up a plastic bottle. I suggested something different: 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds every night, lightly roasted and sprinkled over her evening yogurt. In just 3 weeks, Helen's cramps disappeared, her sleep deepened, and she told me, for the first time in years, I wake up with energy. The difference: her body was finally absorbing what it needed, magnesium in its natural form, supported by protein, zinc, and healthy fats. That's the power of food-based magnesium. It doesn't just fill your stomach, it fuels your cells. If you've been relying on pills and wondering why nothing changes, now you know why. The problem isn't you, it's the source. And while magnesium pills may fail to deliver strength, the next mistake is even more surprising. It's about timing and environment. and how taking magnesium the wrong way can silently block your recovery. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you're here. Now, let's move on. 2. The wrong timing and the wrong environment. Even if you're taking the right kind of magnesium, when and how you take it can make or break the results. Most people pop their supplement whenever they remember after breakfast, with coffee, or even alongside other medications. But here's the problem. Magnesium doesn't work well in a high-stress, acidic, or caffeinated environment. And that's exactly what most people create inside their bodies every morning. Caffeine, refined sugar, and processed food all compete with magnesium for absorption. They raise cortisol and insulin at the same time, forcing your body to focus on stress rather than repair. So if you take your supplement right after coffee or a sugary breakfast, you're basically throwing it into a biochemical storm. The magnesium never stands a chance. Studies show that magnesium absorption improves by nearly 40% when taken in the evening, especially when paired with calming foods that contain amino acids like tryptophan. That's because your body naturally shifts into its recovery phase. At night, muscles relax, cortisol drops, and growth hormone starts to rise. Magnesium supports that rhythm perfectly. Let me tell you about Robert, a 6'8" former firefighter who struggled with restless sleep and leg cramps. He used to take his magnesium pills first thing in the morning, with his coffee. I asked him to switch things around, no coffee for at least 2 hours after waking, and instead, a small bedtime snack, a cup of warm almond milk with 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds and a dash of honey. Within 2 weeks, Robert noticed the difference. His cramps faded, his sleep deepened, and he told me, "I wake up feeling lighter, like my muscles actually rested." Nothing else changed, just timing and environment. His body finally had the calm, low cortisol window it needed to use magnesium for repair. That's the secret. It's not just what you take, it's when your body is ready to receive it. So, if you've been taking magnesium at the wrong time or in the wrong setting, it's no wonder your results have been disappointing. Now, let's uncover the third and most powerful mistake of all, the habit that quietly drains your magnesium levels every single day without you even realizing it. Now, let's move on. 3. The hidden magnesium drain: stress and cortisol. Here's the most overlooked reason. Your muscles stay weak even when you take magnesium daily. Stress quietly drains it from your body. Every time you feel anxious, overthink, or lose sleep, your adrenal glands release a hormone called cortisol. And when cortisol rises, magnesium levels fall fast. Cortisol is like your body's built-in alarm system. It prepares you to fight or run by burning stored energy. But when that alarm never turns off from constant worry, late-night scrolling, or emotional strain, your body keeps using magnesium just to stay calm. Over time, that leaves your muscles empty, your nerves on edge, and your sleep broken. A 2021 study in Nutrients found that adults with high cortisol levels excreted up to 30% more magnesium through urine each day. The result? Greater fatigue, slower muscle recovery, and higher inflammation markers. Magnesium isn't just a nutrient, it's your body's stress shield. When you run low, everything feels harder. Standing up, walking, even falling asleep. Let me tell you about Eleanor, to a 70-year-old widow who came to me exhausted. She was taking her supplements faithfully, but felt constantly tense and sore. When we looked closer, her magnesium levels were fine until we measured cortisol. It was sky high. I asked her to start a simple nighttime ritual, 10 minutes of deep breathing, a warm shower, and a small handful of pumpkin seeds before bed. Within 3 weeks, everything changed. Her heart stopped racing at night. Her cramps eased. She smiled and said, "I didn't need more magnesium. I just needed to stop losing it." Her body finally shifted from survival mode to repair mode. That's the real lesson. You can't rebuild muscle in a stressed state. You must first tell your body it's safe. Magnesium from food helps do exactly that. It calms your nervous system, lowers cortisol, and signals your cells to start repairing. So, if you're wondering why pills never seem to help, look beyond the label. The problem isn't your dosage, it's your lifestyle chemistry. In the next part, we'll flip the script. Instead of talking about what drains magnesium, we'll explore 3 powerful food habits. Simple, natural ways to rebuild your strength, balance your hormones, and truly feel younger again. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you're here. Now, let's move on. 1. Pumpkin seeds. The muscle rebuilder. Now that we've exposed the mistakes behind magnesium supplements, let's talk about what actually works. Real food magnesium, and one of the best sources on earth. Pumpkin seeds. These tiny green seeds might look ordinary, but they're among the richest natural sources of magnesium, zinc, and amino acids your muscles could ever ask for. Here's what makes them so special. Pumpkin seeds don't just contain magnesium, they contain everything your body needs to use it. Each handful comes with protein to carry minerals into your cells, zinc to support growth hormone and testosterone, and arginine to boost circulation. So oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles. It's like a perfectly designed repair kit, straight from nature. In one clinical study published in Frontiers in Nutrition in 2022, older adults who ate 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks showed stronger grip strength, better sleep quality, and lower inflammation markers than those who took magnesium supplements alone. The food group didn't just maintain muscle, they rebuilt it. Let me tell you about Walter, a 74-year-old retired mechanic who once struggled to climb stairs. He'd tried every supplement, powders, pills, even injections, but nothing worked. When I asked about his diet, he laughed and said, "Doctor, the only seeds I eat are on my bagel." I told him to start small, 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds every night before bed. He roasted them lightly, added a pinch of sea salt, and made it his bedtime snack. 3 weeks later, Walter called me. "I'm sleeping like a rock," he said, "and I can walk without grabbing the rail." His legs weren't magically younger, they were finally fed. The magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats in those seeds gave his body the raw materials it had been missing. That's the power of pumpkin seeds. They don't act like a supplement, they act like a signal. A message to your body that says, it's time to rebuild. If you want your muscles to stay strong after 60, you must feed them magnesium the way nature intended, through food that's alive, balanced, and complete. And while pumpkin seeds rebuild your muscles, the next habit focuses on how to use timing and rhythm to activate your body's natural nighttime recovery system. Now let's move on. 2. The nighttime magnesium ritual, when healing truly begins. Here's something most people overlook. Muscle repair doesn't happen while you're awake. It happens when you sleep. That's when your body releases growth hormone, restores your nervous system, and rebuilds tissue damaged during the day. And magnesium plays the lead role in that overnight recovery orchestra. But here's the catch. It only works when you take it at the right time. Many people eat their magnesium-rich foods too early in the day, when stress hormones are still high and digestion is fast. By nighttime, magnesium levels drop again, leaving the body restless, twitchy, and unable to repair. That's why one of the most powerful habits you can build is a nighttime magnesium ritual, a calm, simple routine that signals to your body, it's time to rest and rebuild. In 2021, researchers at the University of Geneva found that seniors who consumed magnesium-rich foods 1 to 2 hours before bed had improved sleep depth, higher growth hormone levels, and better muscle tone after 6 weeks. Their cortisol dropped naturally, and their recovery markers rose. Take Margaret, for example, a 69-year-old nurse who had trouble sleeping for years. She often woke at 3 a.m., her legs tingling and her mind racing. I suggested she create a nightly rhythm, dim the lights, put away screens, and enjoy a small bowl of warm Greek yogurt topped with a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds and a drizzle of honey. Within 2 weeks, her sleep transformed. "I don't wake up tired anymore," she said. "It feels like my body's actually healing overnight." That's the power of timing. When you eat magnesium-rich foods before bed, you align your body with its natural circadian rhythm. Magnesium calms your muscles, activates GABA, your brain's relaxation signal, and triggers the release of melatonin and growth hormone. You wake up feeling lighter, stronger, and truly restored. This isn't about taking more magnesium. It's about giving it the moment it needs to work. So tonight, skip the pills. Instead, try this ritual. 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, a warm drink, slow breathing, and no screens. Your body will understand that language, the language of calm. In the next part, we'll explore one final food habit that not only restores your magnesium levels, but also protects them, keeping your muscles strong and your energy steady all day long. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you're here. Now, let's move on. 3. The Daily Magnesium Protector, keeping your levels strong all day. Once you've rebuilt your magnesium stores at night, the next step is simple but vital: to protect them during the day. Most people don't realize how quickly stress, caffeine, and dehydration can deplete the magnesium they worked so hard to restore. So this third habit is all about preserving balance, keeping your magnesium levels steady from morning until bedtime. Every time you drink coffee on an empty stomach, skip meals, or rush through the day in stress mode, your cortisol rises and magnesium drains away. It's like trying to fill a bathtub while the plug is still open. To truly strengthen your body, you need to plug the drain. The easiest way to do that: start your morning with a magnesium-protecting breakfast. A bowl of oats topped with pumpkin seeds, banana slices, and a splash of milk creates a steady flow of energy and prevents cortisol spikes. Pair it with hydration, a glass of water with a squeeze of lemon, and you've already given your muscles what they need to stay calm and fueled. A 2023 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults who maintained even magnesium intake throughout the day had better glucose control, fewer muscle cramps, and improved focus compared to those who consumed it unevenly. Their energy remained stable, and their stress responses were lower. Let's look at James, a 7-year-old grandfather who struggled with midday fatigue and irritability. He'd drink 3 cups of coffee before lunch, then crash by 2 p.m. I asked him to try a small change. Swap 1 cup of coffee for a magnesium-rich smoothie, almond milk, spinach, a banana, and a spoonful of pumpkin seeds. Within 10 days, he felt calmer, more focused, and no longer needed that afternoon nap. I didn't realize how much energy I was losing to stress. He told me, that's the secret. When your magnesium stays steady, your mood, energy, and muscles stay steady too. Think of it as armor. Morning magnesium habits protect your energy. Nighttime rituals repair your strength. Together, they create a cycle of balance, the foundation of healthy aging. If you've been feeling drained or tense, remember, your body isn't broken. It's just missing the rhythm nature designed for it. In the next part, we'll bring everything together, how these small habits combine to restore energy, rebuild muscle, and make you feel strong again at any age. If you're still here and ready for the conclusion, type the number 6 in the comments and let's wrap this up beautifully. So, let's bring everything together. You've learned why magnesium pills rarely work: the low absorption, the wrong timing, and the silent drain caused by daily stress. And you've also discovered how 3 simple food habits can rebuild your magnesium stores naturally. Eating pumpkin seeds for muscle repair, creating a nighttime ritual for recovery, and protecting your magnesium levels throughout the day. Together, they form a complete circle, one that supports your body the way nature always intended. Because your muscles don't just need nutrients, they need rhythm, calm, and balance. And when you give them that, they remember how to be strong again. Think about it. You don't have to rely on bottles of pills lined up on your counter anymore. You can step into your kitchen, open a jar of pumpkin seeds, pour a warm drink, take a deep breath, and know that you're giving your body the language it understands best. Real food, real minerals, real healing. I've seen it happen countless times. Seniors who thought their energy was gone for good start walking farther, sleeping deeper, and smiling wider, not because of a miracle supplement, but because they changed one simple thing. They trusted food again. Your body isn't old. It's intelligent. It knows how to repair itself if you feed it what it recognizes: magnesium in its natural form. It doesn't just calm your muscles, it calms your whole system. It lowers cortisol, fuels your heart, and triggers the deep sleep where real healing happens. And perhaps the most beautiful part, this transformation doesn't take months. In as little as 2 to 3 weeks, you can feel the difference. Stronger legs, fewer cramps, steadier energy, and a deep, peaceful sleep that no supplement could ever give. So tonight, when you open your pantry, remember this: the path back to strength isn't in a pill. It's in the small, the consistent choices you make every day. The handful of seeds, the quiet breath, the calm before bed. Start small. 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds tonight. A magnesium-protecting breakfast tomorrow. A week later, your body will start to thank you. A month later, it will start to transform. If this message resonates with you, type the number 7 in the comments and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because no matter your age, 60, or 80, your body hasn't forgotten how to heal. It just needs the reminder that real food is still the best medicine. Stay consistent, stay calm, and let your body show you what it's still capable of.